How's it going, everybody? You are tuned in to the intelligent thoughts of myself, Dustin Coyle. We are listening to episode number 5. We're going to do, this is the Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko Heavyweight Championship of the World breakdown. Basically, I mean, this is, for any boxing fans out there, this is, I would say, the biggest fight since Pacquiao-Mayweather, at least. It could be trumped by McGregor-Mayweather, though, which is kind of funny. But supposedly, this is, I've heard people say this is the biggest fight in English boxing history. Obviously, to defeat Klitschko the Great would be a hell of an accomplishment. It's going to be held in Wembley Stadium. Apparently, it sold out in like 22 minutes or something like that. 90,000 seats sold out in like 22 minutes or something like that. Obviously, Anthony Joshua from London or from Watford, England. He's going to be at home against Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko, the 11-year reigning champion. Or not the champion now, but reigned over the heavyweight division for 11 years until, November of 2015 when Tyson Fury came in and just kind of outpointed him. This was actually supposed to be a Tyson Fury fight as well. Fury versus Klitschko 2 would have been awesome. This is probably going to be a better bout, though. Yeah, I'm seeing here that London Mayor Sadiq Khan has actually cleared. There's only like an 80,000 seats, I guess, available at Wembley Arena, but they're actually going to clear the way somehow for another 10,000 seats, which is going to tie the British record of Len Harvey versus John McAvoy that's set back in 1939. So this really is the biggest boxing event in English history. Man, and it's going down here in 4 hours. It's going to be fantastic. It will be co-promoted by both HBO and Showtime, available to watch there. It's only the third fight in history that's going to be the case. Mayweather-Pacquiao being one, and Lennox Lewis-Mike Tyson being the other. Those are also fantastic fights, as we just talked about. It's going to be broadcast in, who knows what this is, fucking 30 or 40 countries here at least. And then online as well, obviously. They're going to be a fantastic performance. Let's take a look at the fighter's most recent bouts here. We'll start with the ex-champ, Klitschko, married to Hayden Panettiere, not too bad. 41 years old now, getting up there a little bit. Career record of 64-4, 53 knockouts. Gold in the amateurs, one of the great amateurs of all time. I actually think this is one of the... I can't remember if it was the only or the first or the second time that two gold medal winners have met for a title fight as well in boxing. So the 96 gold medal winner being Klitschko, the 2012 gold winner being Anthony Joshua, meeting for a title bout as well, which is pretty interesting there. Obviously very, very skilled fighters, both of them. And let's take a look. All right, sorry. Sidetrack a little bit. Let's get over here to the career wreck. For Klitsch, his last fight, the loss to Tyson Fury, obviously, the unanimous decision loss to Tyson Fury. Didn't get beat up too much, did get outpointed, losing WBA Super, IBF, WBO, IBO, the Ring, and the Lineal Heavyweight titles. Holy shit. Lose 6 titles at once. Unfortunately, Tyson Fury... really, really unfortunate because I really like Tyson Fury. I love his attitude. But he kind of had his issues and stuff like that and kind of, I guess, quit boxing, basically retired and was forced to give up the belts. Now they're kind of floating around. We have a unification here of 3 of those belts. I think Joshua already has 2 of them. One of them is vacant. And then the winner of this bout's going to have 3 of them. Klitschko didn't look good against Tyson Fury. He was not able to get off, and I think, Tyson Fury is like 2 or 3, I think 2 inches taller than Klitschko is, and so I think that generally and he had a great jab. He had great footwork and a great jab, a really long jab, and that kind of negated the strengths of Klitschko. Klitschko's jab is the way that he kind of sets a tone or sets a precedence as far as what to expect in the fight. And when he was smaller than Joshua like that, or not Joshua, excuse me, smaller than Fury like that, and Fury had such great footwork that he wasn't really able to get inside much. He really wasn't able to land much at all. He was getting out jabbed. He couldn't jab with him. He doesn't have fantastic movement, upper body movement. He's more just like a very, very traditional Russian style boxer, which actually isn't that fair because Lomachenko is Russian. The Lomachenko style is a Russian style. But, for his name, like the Steel Fist or the Iron Hammer or whatever the fuck he is, very much like that. He's just trying to set the jab up, throw a lot of 1-2s, bring a left in there, like a left hook. He really doesn't throw many punches other than the first 3 punches, 1-2s and 3s. Does them better than everybody. He is a better jab artist than Tyson Fury. On that night, though, he went up against a person who was basically just more physically talented, I guess, or more physically gifted from birth in that general way, just by being taller and longer on that note. Before that, he had won what? I don't even know how many, let's see, so 42-3 he won 22 straight fights. Some of them decisions, some of them knockouts. The thing about almost all of those fights, though, is he had 2 to 3 inch reach advantage or size advantage at least. Some of them even more. Being 6'7" is a massive, massive advantage. For a boxer here, he defeated Bryant Jennings unanimous decision on April 25th, the same year he lost to Fury. That was in New York City. Beat Kabrat Pulev, knocked him out in the 5th round in November of 2014. Kind of some randoms there. Beat Alexander Povetkin, Tony Thompson there, David Hayes in there, unanimous decision back in 2011. Asim Rahman. That was also that David Hay victory. Shit, he was 35. Now he's 41. A year and a half removed from his last fight, which was a loss. He didn't look fantastic there. What's his reach? Let me see his motherfucker's reach. Where are you? 81 inches. Okay, so this is gonna. But he is 6'7", or it says 6'6" here, so we'll say 6'6", 81-inch reach. That is actually smaller than Josh. See, that's weird, man. When they squared off, I swear to God, Klitschko looked bigger than Joshua. Let me look this up. Yeah, see, I'm looking at the pictures here on Google. Yesterday at the weigh-in, just looking at it, he looked an inch to 2 inches taller, honestly. But then when they're squared off fully clothed, it almost always looks like they're the same size. I'm going to say, actually, Klitschko's an inch taller than Joshua. Klitschko's 6'7" is my guess. Joshua, 6'6". But Klitschko, the 81-inch reach, normally fantastic. Anthony Joshua, an 82-inch reach. Again, he's not much of a jab artist, but, again, somebody that can take away the strengths, or has the possibility at least to take away or at least negate the strengths of Klitschko. Mainly just regarding to that size jab right combination. Let's see for Antoine Joshua here. Let's see. He's only the second British boxer of all time after James DeGale to win both a gold medal at the Olympics and a world title by a professional major boxing sanction here, or boxing organization. Let's see. The Ring thinks he's the 5th best heavyweight in the world. That's funny. We'll see how that goes today. As I said earlier, he won gold in London, actually at super heavyweight. He's sitting at 18-0, 18 knockouts. from Watford, Hertfordshire, England. 6'6", 82-inch reach. Let's take a look at his most recent fights. He's been more active recently than has Klitschko. Eric Molina, most recent fight on December 10th. He knocked out Eric Molina in 3 rounds to retain his IBF heavyweight title. That was a fight where Molina didn't really land a whole lot or even really attempt a whole lot, just kind of got clobbered the fuck out. Before that, June 25th of last year, he knocked out Dominic Breazeale. That was a pretty sick fight, 7 rounds there. That fight was more back and forth. He has been tagged. Remember when we fought Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte tagged him, had him kind of rocked a little bit. It's not impossible. He doesn't have a great defensive posture. He's much more of an attacker with bombs in his hands. Incredible power. And you can see that when he fights people. He fights fighters that are normally very aggressive, and then after he lands just a couple big hands, big hooks, they almost always retreat to a completely defensive style, which is the sign that somebody is hurt or putting power on you, that you are unwilling to throw yourself because you're too worried about getting caught. That's what I've seen in just about every fight that Anthony Joshua's been in. That people, not only is he powerful, but he might be so fucking powerful that people are shocked by how powerful he is, which is crazy because of how huge he is. And then the size of his back, looking at the weigh-ins yesterday, his back is fucking huge. That was like the main, Klitschko has like this lean, skeletal look, not skinny, but you know what I mean? Like he's very frame-oriented. Anthony Joshua has 2 fucking hunks of muscle coming off of that's inches off of his back. And, that's where he's going to be generating a lot of that power from. His lats are fucking massive. A lot of that power coming from there. Probably not as technically skilled of a fighter, or as technically refined of a fighter as is Klitschko. But, as we all know, in the heavyweight division, that doesn't necessarily... You don't really have to be all the time. Alrighty, so how do I see this fight going? Obviously, the key for Klitschko, as I said, he's going to have to stick. He's probably going to have to move. He doesn't do a great job with his footwork. Is normally he does a great job. It's not it's not Mayweather. He'll need to be able to get out of the way a lot in this fight. He'll probably have to play a lot of a Tyson Fury type game, a mixture of himself and Tyson Fury. Jab and move, jab, move, jab, cross, move. Throw hooks, try to get angles on him. He doesn't want to get there. He doesn't want to be able to have Anthony Joshua kind of just on a straight line with him not moving, just kind of hitting a punching bag. That's going to be the end of his night. Joshua has vicious punches. Vicious liver punch. I mean, just anything. It's fucking explosive as shit. So that to me, I don't think that. Well, actually, it's not impossible, but I don't think it's likely that Klitschko is going to knock Joshua out. Not because he can't do it, but because he's not going to put himself into that sort of a brawling type of a scenario. The only way he's going to knock Joshua out is if. Joshua drags him into a brawl in which he just kind of has to let his hands go a little bit and then lands like a fat left hook or something like that and knocks Joshua out. Otherwise, he's going to be a much more reserved, much more calculated fighter trying to stay away from those brawls because that's obviously the part where Joshua is going to have the advantage and Joshua is going to have the power to knock Klitschko out. That being said, that's going to be what Joshua wants to do. He's going to want to use more of a Mike Tyson-ish style approach, almost kind of bobbing and weaving a little bit, just trying to keep his head off the center line of that jab. When Klitschko throws a jab, he's going to try to, just get off the center line, move in, get into a more power striking range, and he's going to swing hooks and overhands. Probably going to set him up pretty well, going up top and back down to the body. And then obviously it'll be upon Klitschko to have to move back out to the range that he's looking for and maybe circle an angle out. Going up into this fight, the whole time I thought that I would take Klitschko. I'm going to take Anthony Joshua. I think that come round 6 or 7, Anthony Joshua is going